Hi friends, I welcome you in my channel Planets at Play. Today I'll be discussing about the transit of the coming fortnight, which is starting from 8th November 2022 and it will end on 24th November 2022. The next fortnight is a full moon where Sun is falling in the 6th house at Scorpio 16 degrees and Moon is falling in 12th house at Taurus 16 degree. So 6th as well as 12th house matters will be highlighted. 6th house deals with public health, disease in general, hygiene, health professionals, general condition of working class, enemy, civil services, attack on territory, labor trouble, common people, animal husbandry, computer, food and food supplies. And 12th house deals with prison, hospitals, asylums, charitable institutions, crime, and spying activities. The next full moon is a lunar eclipse, and the eclipse is conjunct with transiting Mercury, Venus, Uranus, and is squared by transiting Saturn. So there can be sudden spying activities or attack on women, creative people, or intellectual because Venus is involved there. And Mercury is there, so there can be attack or there can be criticism of the intellectual people. So Mars will transit from Gemini 25 degrees to Gemini 21 degree in first house. It became retrograde on 30th October. So people are likely to avoid confrontation and may experience frustration and lack of motivation. You know, Mars is an energy. So when Mars becomes retrograde, we don't want to fight. We just want to find out the way out. You know, we just become a bit passive aggressive. If something is not happening according to our wishes, then we want to take the other way. But we will not go for the direct confrontation. And Gemini is a lot of information. So we can see that there may be a lot of information or miscommunication, or there will be fake news going around. So these kind of effect we can see with Mars retrograde in Gemini. And after Mars, Mars is making exact conjunction with natal Uranus. So there can be abrupt change in financial matters and government function, or just simple confusion or the miscommunication. And transiting Venus will travel from Scorpio 20 degree 13 minute in 6th house to Sagittarius 9 degree 39 minute in 7th house during the coming fortnight. And Venus transit from 6th house will bring favorable period for health professional. You know, wherever the Venus is, we are comfortable. So when Venus is traveling from 6th house in India's chart, so it will make the life easier for the working class, labor, and common people, health professionals. And it is making conjunction with natal Jupiter and square to natal Sun and square to natal Saturn, and trine to natal Neptune. So Venus is very active. It is making many aspects, and it is making aspect with Sun, Saturn, Neptune. So there can be increase in social activities, and there may be sudden compulsion or maybe confusion in relationship, but all these confusions which were during this time, now is the time, because So Venus is making square aspect with Saturn. Now then we can see that some decisive action can be taken, and Mercury will transit from Scorpio 15 degree 52 minute in 6th house to Sagittarius 10 degree 14 minute in 7th house. It is making square to natal Venus, Mercury, meridian cusp, and Mercury and Saturn. So there can be a lot of argument and criticism of government actions, and people can be secretive till 16th because Scorpio is a private sign, and after 16th it will enter Sagittarius, and people are likely to become philosophical, and they may overlook any kind of precautions and can take wrong decisions. And Pluto, transiting Pluto is in Capricorn in the 9th house and making opposition aspect with natal moon, and 9th house signifies religious matters, judiciary, export import business, transport, traveling, and publishing industry. So there can be significant change in these areas. I have told many a times before also that Pluto is very slow moving planet. So when Pluto transits from any house, we see 100% change in that area, but that change is very, very slow. Wherever the Uranus transit, the change is abrupt. But where the Pluto transit, the change is 100% there, but it is very slow. So there may be there can be criticism of religious institution and foreign policies. It is making trine to natal nodes, so which shows that people of our country are experiencing a kind of religious awakening. There may be strong urge for the acceptance of our belief and philosophies. And Saturn is transiting from Aquarius in 10th house, and it is making trine aspect with natal Uranus and square to natal Jupiter. So people are likely to gain suddenly for the prolonged period of time, and this can be a beneficial period for working class, labor, iron and steel industries. And because Saturn is there, so these are the significators of Saturn signify for all these things. So Saturn is making opposition aspect to natal Sun. So it is likely that government can be very firm or can take disciplinary action against the opposition leaders. And Saturn is making is making a square aspect with natal Uranus. So we can see trend reversal in many markets, like where the prices were going down, it will come up, or vice versa. And Neptune is transiting from the 11th house, and it will remain here in till 2035. So 11th house signify parliament, agreement, alliances with foreign countries, aspiration and goals of the nation, development program, etc. And transiting Neptune is making square aspect with natal Uranus. It shows that there may be change in the opinion of how the government should function, as Uranus rules the 10th cusp, and as Uranus is in the 2nd house. So there can be changes in the working of banks and financial institution, and there may be confusion about which are India's friendly nations or our country. And transiting Jupiter is retrograde and transiting from 11th house. It will travel from Pisces 29 degree 12 minute to Pisces 28 degree 47 minute. And the 11th house shows the business activities or the group activities. So it focuses on long-term goals, and India may be involved with many other countries also. And natal it is making square aspect with natal Uranus. So it shows that people may that our country can incur financial loss or may become overcommitted, and there can be and people can be taking huge risk. So there can be over optimism, and people may be busy in social activities. So there can be losses related to speculation and entertainment industries. And Chiron is also transiting from 11th house till 2026. So it can create confusion in democratic principles. And Rahu Ketu are transiting from 6th and 12th since the last year, and it will transit from in these houses till next year, December 2023. So the nodes are likely to bring in plots against government or authorities, or increase in materialistic and immoral activities. It is making square to natal Venus. It shows that people may go overboard in relationship and artistic matters. Transiting Uranus in 12th house shows incident of sedition, riots, lawlessness. And Uranus is transiting from 12th house, so reforms are being executed in religious institution, hospitals, jails, place of refuge. Uranus transit from Taurus can bring change in food habits or introduction of new kind of food. So there may be sudden shortage of food reserve and or increase in the food reserve. It is making opposition with natal Jupiter, which is a significator of traveling, judiciary and legal entities, religion, philosophies and beliefs, etc. It shows that there may be chaos in these matters. It will remain in 12th house till March 2026. After that, it will enter first house, and then it will create a bold identity for our country. And autumn chart is showing wasteful expenditure and absurd arguments. And this was my analysis according to the Western astrology. And according to Vedic Dasha, our country is running Chandra Buddha Dasha, which is likely to give mixed result, and the Shani is transiting from the 8th house of Moon since 29th April for 2.5 years. So we can see tremendous change in taxation or legacy matter, and this period may be difficult for prominent people of our country. The financial condition of our country may suffer. And in short, I'll say that the coming fortnight is very intense and transformative, and Sun is conjunct with Venus, Mercury, South Node, and it is opposed by Moon, Uranus, North Node, Rahu. Saturn is making square to Sun as well as Moon. So there is a struggle to make something brand new or continue with the old and comfortable setup. When Sun will make square with Saturn on 11th November, so there will be more clarity to take any decision. So therefore, towards the end of this fortnight, Mercury, Venus, they will make trine aspect, and Sun will make trine aspect to Jupiter. And we may find our life becoming easier, and we can become optimistic during the end of the fortnight after the 20th. But the confusion or misinformation is likely to continue as Mars is retrograde in Gemini. And as I'm telling from time to time, that actually from March 23 to February 2026, many slow moving planets are changing sign. First, Pluto will change its sign from Capricorn to Aquarius, and we may find that the fear and control factor is going down. You know, the way the people are afraid now of the government, or they feel very controlled. So this factor will go down, and people will move towards equality and will be willing to follow. Even the governments will be willing to follow democratic principles. And Saturn will enter compassionate and sympathetic sign of Pisces, which will make people more understanding towards others' problem. And Chiron will change its sign from Taurus to Gemini. So it will stop creating havoc and unpredictable changes in wealthy people's life. And it will, you know, once Uranus will leave Taurus sign and it will enter Gemini sign, then this all abrupt changes will be abrupt changes will be realized by intellectual people and in travel industry or communication, or there can be lot of new inventions and discoveries in their life. And you know, they can find that whatever they have learned till now has become outdated, and they may have to adopt new methods for doing their jobs and expression. And Neptune will enter Aries sign, so it will create confusion in in knowing a person, you know, because their name will be like such that from that thing you won't be able to know about their whether they are male or female, or whether they belong to this country or that country, you know. So the more like a global citizenship will be there. So this is my analysis for the coming fortnight. I request you to subscribe my channel, because I keep coming with the new videos on the astrology. Thank you.